7:30 a.m. on this Monday morning, January 9th, 2017. And it's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Monday morning, January 9th, 2017. Got on! And good morning to you all on this lovely Monday morning, January 9th, 2017. Here, it's 7:30 a.m. on this Monday morning here, and we have a temperature here not near of 2 below here. And today's high will be 20 here now. The Peter Show morning news at 7:30 a.m. on this frigid Monday morning here. Top story at 7:31 is it's one of the most stirred speeches of Golden Globe history, but not everywhere. Like Meryl Streep's speech, in which the Cecily DeMille Award, which came to President Donald Trump on Sunday. Meanwhile, the year's Oscar Best Picture race over before nominations ever been announced. Damien Chazelle's Dare magical musical La La Land swept his way for the Golden Globes on Sunday night, winning all 7 of its nominated categories. This week could be Donald Trump before he takes office will set the stage and entry into the Oval Office. Not only the least, none of his cabinet nominees begin their Senate confirmationers, but the president-elect himself will face a challenge. The F-100 Sunday winner, Iran's last first-generation revolution, where its most influential statesman is said to have a seismic and unpredictable impact on the internal dynamics of the country. President Xi Jinping is in Houston on Saturday, and Taiwan's president met with Ted Cruz in the U.S. and China objects. And she also met with Governor Greg Abbott in Texas on a visit before heading to Latin America. The 2017 Chevrolet Bolt electric car, Honda Region pickup and the Chrysler Pacific Minivan were named North American Car, Truck, and Utility Vehicle of the Year at the North American International Auto Show Monday in Detroit. Jerusalem, the driver applied to the truck group of soldiers in Jerusalem killed 4 people. Usually said, Maimon asked the supervisor coordinator, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. London, so far, the endgame in Syria has been played in an entirely predictable way. All Aleppo is back to the Syrian government said that's a successive victory for President Bashar Assad and his Russian backers that have been followed by a ceasefire. North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un, in Pyongyang, the capital of as North Korea, Republican Trump said it can test long-range missile anytime. Prime Minister Theresa May has President clarified President Kim and Britain out of the European Union speech this month. Fort Lauderdale, the man accused of going on a shooting rampage inside of Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood International Airport, killed 5 Richard, number 6 is scheduled to make his first court appearance in Fort Lauderdale today. New Orleans, Betsy DeVos, and Michigan Phillips of Donald Trump as selected as Secretary of Education, talks about a deletion of revolution in K-12 public education. As what New Orleans can teach Betsy DeVos about charter schools. The most powerful in a series of winter storms lashed North California, Nevada, and Sunday with heavy rains and strong winds causing widespread flooding down the trees and unleashed mudslides. Hospital and health plan leaders talking about most optimistic in terms of what might lie in the Republicans' launch Obamacare without a blueprint for this replacement. Also, Iraqi security forces have reached the Mosul in a battle against the Islamic State have reached the Tigris River. In local news, but the Anniversary Sun Chronicle, not an affordable housing project in 2008, but never built as resource and acquired. To grow list of such projects played on completed intended Australian local services included schools. Anniversary, South African residents will play their subset in the blind quarter in their neighborhood class, but they have what they wanted. Anniversary, man was found dead Saturday morning in Santa Fe, belonged to the county street business. Now, President what it could be introduced a side of persuaded Anniversary is a fair America for youth and amateur sports where athletes will be able to compete in everything. Non-Wallet the town Muslim with a plans to join a regional public safety communications center with neighboring towns, including Mansfield and Foxborough, local dispatch to some town. Mansfield town officials say they are looking forward to continued improvement at shows at the Experience Center and were pleased on all with a public safety collision on 36 events this past year. Nothing ever. School committee members will meet on Monday to review the design plan of conventional turf field for the high school. However, if the city eventually decides to build a new high school rather than renovating the old one, it could go up right with the current 60-year-old building on Rapid Willow Drive. McDonald's unloads its business in China. It seems printed increasingly to get a taste of. Turning to court to the search resolution, the first group litigation order has just been filed and claims to rise on the Volkswagen mission scandal against VW on Isina Skoda. United Health Group is the largest U.S. health insurance. Iskin is already aggressive efforts to become a nationwide provider of medical care, brand, surgical care, affiliates for $2 billion. The U.S. volatile started in 2017 and showed no signs of abating with the offshore currency tumbled for a second day. China's central bank weakened its fixed income the most since January. Moscow, Russia needs clear economic policies to prevent shock for the war process. Funds and stability is expected at $40 per barrel, the development minister said. Oklahoma City, the revenue stream from the shale-rich state of Oklahoma shows the but easing pressure from the energy sector downtown, the state treasurer said. Washington, the Seoul Energy Trade Organization said Monday that they named the top U.S. oil and gas administrator into the next president and chief executive officer. Erbil, Iraq. Results for the Kurdish north of Iraq that are sidelined by low crude oil prices are promising so far. The Regional Energy Committee DNO said. Okay, look at that stock now. Up 61.51 points at 99, 63.80. SP Farmer, 709 points at 2,276.98. And Nasdaq up 33.12 points at 5,521.06. Eerie mysteries in the universe can be betrayed by simple shadows. The weather is still eclipse is put us around. The moon's shadow and the weather 1,000 planets around the stars made them candle call about a shadow they cast away, they pass in the front. Trace may has been engaged in there will be no hard work to the Britain farmers to the form of new relationship EU. FDA speeds up review and vote to set to treat enough of bladder cancer. Obamacare eliminated the cost of net out-of-pocket expense for Americans when it prevented health care services, including mammography and colonoscopy. Both tests able to detect cancer. Healthcare users uncontested in the British Prime Minister attempted to research the Republican that funded for the National Health Service was at record levels. Peter Childers time is now 7:38 on this Monday morning here, and it's time now for a sports report. Last night, the Boston Bruins lost to the Toronto Hurricanes overtime, 4-3. Tonight's the National Championship for college football. Clemson, Alabama, Tampa at 8:30 p.m. So be the Texas A&S. The Patriots beat taking on to Texas after Houston beat the Charlotte Raiders 27-14 ball. Pittsburgh defeated Miami 30-12. And New York Jets beat the Green Bay Packers to beat the New York Jets 38-12. As everybody took the step to the left end of the ball at the time, becoming a race return when they're back in their search for a single-yard converted tuition fourth down. Minnesota Vikings Pat Sherman having the interim tag removed as offensive coordinator. Peter Childers on 7:30 on this Monday morning. Back to work, back to school. Time out for traffic and transit park. Baby! Let somebody MD where on the subway system is looking good by the commuter rail. Operating on a regular schedule on Monday. Please be on a platform 5-10 minutes prior to departure to ensure timely boarding. Here. And low line trains minutes delays of 5 to 50 minutes between Winchester and Wilmington due to signal issue and the Rockford Line train 101, 6 period idea from off station up at 5:50 minutes late between North Station and Rockford to the mechanical issues. Providence Street 803, 6:30 a.m. outbound is up at 5:50 minutes basket between Route 128 and Providence to the Amtrak train traffic. Providence Street 804, 6 a.m. miles up at 50 minutes basket between Edinburgh South Station to the mechanical issue. Okay, I was in my ways of New England on this Monday morning here. Down in Connecticut, where 95 south by side, back to Bridgeport all the way down to Greenwich. Merritt Parkway, west by side, back to Bridgeport down to Stamford. 84 east by side, back to the Waterbury stretch. 91 on both ends is back to the water. Windsor walks all the way into the Hartford, Connecticut. 84 east by side, back to New Bridgeton on the Hartford, Connecticut. 91 is north by side, back to the Middletown area to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 95 the north by side, it is back to West Haven. 291 on the north by side, back to 291 in Springfield. 291 is south by side, back around Route 20. 290 east by side, back around Route 9 and 146 to Western. 190 on the north by side, back around West Boylston here. Route 20 east by side, back to the Fitchburg down to Leominster. And 95 south by side, back to the Protected and downtown Providence. 95 the north by side, back to Warwick and the downtown Providence. 185 west by side, back to Seacock all the way to Providence. 185 east by side, it is back to Brown. Seacock stretch. 295 north by side, back to 185 in Providence. 295 south by side, back to Johnson all the way down to Crescent. 295 the north by side, back to Clifton. 37 Crescent to Johnson. 95 the north by side, it is back up around the Route 4 in North Kingstown here. Out of the Cape, Route 6 to the east by side, back to the Sagamore down at Cedric. Route 6 east by side, back to 134 to Dennis. 28 to the south by side, back to the board stretch. 495 to the north by side, back to Route 44 to Middleburg. 24 to the north by side, back to Route 79 in Fall River. 95 to the north by side, it is backed up around Route 1 in Edinburgh. 95 to the south by side, backed up after the 485 out in Foxburg. 485 south by side, back to Route 95 out in Foxburg. 21 to the north by side, it is back to 139 out in Stoughton area. Route 128 Kansas. Route 3 north by back to Hanover all the way to the Braintree Split. 128 on both ends is back to 24 in Kenton all the way to the Braintree Split. 128 north by back to the Braintree Split all the way at the Waltham. 128 south by side, back to the Waltham all the way out to Wellesley. Mass back east by side, it's back to Route 9 in Framingham all the way out to the Austin Brandon Tolls here. Mass back west by side, back to Princeton and Austin Brandon Tolls. 485 both ends back around 109 Milford and 485 north by side, back to from Pumpkin all the way to the Mass back at Route 9 in Westburg. 495 on the south by side, back to the 99 at Marlborough. 290 east by side, back to the Marlborough stretch. 128 south by side, back to the 95 out in Beauty all the way to the Waltham. 93 Southern Expressway on both ends back to the Quincy on the Dorchester. 93 at the south by side, back to number 213 Bethune on the Zachem Bridge. Route 1 on the south by side, it is backed up from Chelsea down to Charlestown. Mass back on the west by side, backed up from Logan Airport all the way at the South Boston. Route 3 is south by side, it is backed up from Draycott all the way out to Route 128 in Burlington here. 495 on the north by side, back to Westford all the way out to Tewksbury. 495 on the south by side, back to Route 93 in Andover. 495 is south by side, back to 125. And April all the way at the Lawrence. Every turn back on the south by side, back down to Merrimack. Interstate 89, south by side, it is backed up after the Canadian border up in Vermont. And New York State Ferry, east by side, it is backed up around Schenectady, Albany. Interstate 87 on the south by side, back around Troy Stretch. Peter Childers on 7:43 on this Monday morning here, and it's time now for a weather report here. And if you're going to go out, make sure you got these with you here because it's freezing out. Frigid cold out. And we're going to take a look at latest radar, and it's clear as a whistle here. And take a look at some snow showers stretching all the way from south central New York west of Belmar, stretching on the north central portions of Pennsylvania here. And another line of snow showers, the east central portions of West Virginia, stretching all the way to eastern Ohio and down to southern Ohio. Some snow showers around the Toronto area, some spotty snow showers south of Buffalo. And snow showers in west central portions of Toledo, and snow showers in the northeastern and central portions of Michigan here. Okay, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Friday, increased skies at about 20 degrees. Wind chill miles low 8 below. Light variable wind given a northwest about 5 miles an hour. Tonight, podcast go about 10 above. Light southwest wind. Tuesday, slight temperature still between noon and 1 p.m. Then a chance of rain. Class got about 42 degrees. And Cowboy will be given Saffron 6 miles and afternoon. Chest patients 40%. Little no exclamation expected. Tuesday night at chest rain before 8 p.m. Then showers May after 8 p.m. Low at 30 degrees in South Vermont, 7 to 10 miles an hour. Chest patients 8%. New percent between 1.5 inch possible for Wednesday. Showers likely before 8 a.m. Put test come at 49 degrees in Southwest Vermont, 5 to 11 miles an hour. Chest patients 6%. Wednesday night at chest showers between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. Mostly clouds low at 34 degrees and chest patients 30%. Thursday, mostly clouds about 53 to about 42 degrees. Friday, mostly clouds about 51 to about 25 degrees. And for Saturday, Put about 32 degrees. Saturday night, at chance of snow, mostly clouds about 24 degrees and chance is 50%. And for Sunday, chance of snow, Put about 35 degrees and chance is 30%. In Dunnet Fair, none below. In Naughton, it's 2 below, and Mansfield 3 below. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channels. Morning news on this. Good morning, July 2017. Good morning and good positive to hope you have a good day.